for today's video, I wanted to do a small update, and I hope I'm not burning you guys out on these. It's going to be a little rambly update, and I had started talking about what I was going to be doing in this video, actually, in my last video near the end. But essentially, I just wanted to have a little bit of a talk with you guys, and you can, of course, space out to this video. Always enjoy the ramble videos for that. I wanted to talk with you guys kind of about what I am not cool with doing on the channel, right? Because I've been pretty open to a lot of different types of triggers, so I basically would need to come out here and say, this is what I'm not cool with. So you guys are in the know, you're not in the dark, and you know what you're not going to see. So if that's something that you want to see, you can look for another creator for it, and you don't have to basically sit there and think, oh, well, when's she going to make that? Do you know what I mean? I don't want to mislead any of you, lead you astray, or I guess give you false hope is the best way to say it, of course, you know what I mean? And this is also to say, like, there are a lot of these things that I'm mentioning that I've listened to before and I have liked, but that doesn't mean that I'm comfortable making them. I sometimes wonder about the people that make them too. I'm like, how do you feel when you're making this? Not in like a bad way, but I've made things that have made me uncomfortable when I'm recording them, and during that time you're just kind of like, ew, icky. Do you know what I mean? But I think the first and foremost that I need to mention, I'm no longer doing radio triggers. Let me explain a little bit further into that though, because that's going to sound very odd right off the bat. Heck, I even bought an entire radio just for doing triggers on this channel, so why am I no longer doing them? Because I believe that the first person that had requested the radio triggers did so in earnest, I hope. Especially because he had... This is the thing, which of course he knows better than anyone. I'm not going to be able to answer this. There was somebody that used to comment quite often, and they specifically asked for radio triggers or radio trigger words, which were really good. A lot of the trigger words were great. And when I released my radio static video, where I did kind of have to be in a different environment to do so, I don't know if it's the different environment or the radio itself that caused this little uptick, but I had two other people requesting that I make more radio trigger videos, but I believe one of them had requested that I do it in black lingerie, and the other one just kept asking and saying, I'd watch it, you should make another one of these, I'd watch it, and basically piggybacked on the other person's comment. And the initial person who used to request the radio triggers, who I've not heard from in a bit, nowhere to be found at that point, because this was months after, I think it was like a month after I'd released the radio trigger video. It was pretty recent that this person had started messaging, commenting on that video, asking for me to wear something different while I do the triggers. Now, I will say there's a bit of a disconnect for me, because I have no idea as to what would be like fetish mining about that. Do you know what I mean? Because it's radio static and I'm just turning it on. But either way, with that person's insistence, it kind of just creeped me out on the whole thing. You know what I mean? So I do have a radio. Maybe eventually I will start doing those again, but for the time being, I just am getting a very creepy vibe from that, you know? So I'm gonna just trust my instinct on it and just wait. But I did get a nice radio out of the deal, so that's nice, even though I usually use, you know, like my phone or a Google Home to play music, but the radio's nice because now I can listen to the radio and I know kind of what's happening. You do find out more news from like just going on your little Google Home page though, but whatever. I'm not gonna go off on a tangent there, but you know. So it's not like I bought the radio for nothing. We are enjoying it. It's not going to be wasting away in a dump somewhere. If I buy something, I'm going to use it. I'm not into mass consumerism. The next thing, I'm not good with kissing sounds, and I think this one's probably going to be a little bit more obvious. I had mentioned in my other video that I've had a lot of situations where people have made very inappropriate comments towards me. The most recent actually was, and I don't know if maybe this was a bad translation issue because I could tell from the misspellings and the grammar that English was probably not this person's first language, so it could have been a translation issue. If this person is somehow watching this video and completely understands what I'm saying, I hope that it was a misunderstanding. But very recently when I'm recording this, somebody started going on my gum chewing videos and saying I love you. And I was like, I'm not okay with that. I had somebody say, you would make any man happy. Somebody should wife you up. I am. I'm already wifed up. I'm married. I have a spouse. I've been married for 6 years. I apologize. I've been with my spouse for 6 years as recording this video. We're about to have our 5th wedding anniversary this coming March. And we will be at 7 years the same day. Side note, how many people keep their anniversary from when they start dating? Because ours was the spring solstice. We were like, let's keep that. We started dating spring solstice. So, but yeah, I just get really weird comments like that. I'm like, I've been just muting the people on the channel, though, to be quite honest, because at this point, and I don't mean it in a mean way, and I don't mean it in a cruel way, and I don't mean it to basically say that that person has no worth or no value or anything of the like, of course, but my peace of mind is valuable to me, so I just mute. Done. But with that line of thinking, those comments that I get, kissing sounds would probably elicit quite a reaction with people like that, and would probably get me quite a few more comments within that range. Do you know what I mean? Also, I don't know how comfortable I am just like kissing around a mic or anything like that. I'm cool with lip gloss sounds. I'm cool with mouth sounds. I'm cool with eating sounds, you know? And I think that a lot of those are already in the same wheelhouse, so I don't really think that the kissing sounds I really need to do. Another one's probably sniffing, to be quite honest, although if I ever did a role play and I decided to be Bear from Big House, I can't remember the name, is it literally Bear's Big House, where he smells honey, you know what I'm talking about if you're around my age. But I could see maybe doing something like that to be funny. But like a sniffing video where I'm just coming up and sniffing you, I don't know about that. I've seen it done and it not be weird though. So that's a maybe, but probably don't expect it. Kissing sounds though, like licking. No, I'm not good with like lens licking either. And that one's just more so, I think that one I would maybe be okay with in the future when I have a different setup and I'm able to have a cleaner lens, because right now if I did it, it would not be, it'd be a very bad scene, we'll just say it that way. And this is just more so within that wheelhouse. Girlfriend, roleplay ASMR, no, not comfortable with that. Boyfriend, no. Kidnapping or anything like that, no. Anything that is within the, we'll say, forcing you into anything territory where it's a roleplay like that, I'm not cool with. I'm fine with the silly ones where it's like beating you to death ASMR or something like that, or beating you to sleep. I'm actually going to be recording a video here kind of soon that is just, it's not exactly like that, but it's a bit funny like that in terms of putting you to sleep. So I would say just don't expect anything to be sexually tinged on the channel, right? I want to be a wholesome channel. And obviously I'm not going to be squeaky clean or anything of the like. I'm not a squeaky clean person. I have made numerous dirty jokes on the channel that are basically, or we'll say adult jokes on the channel. So obviously I'm not going to sit here and be like, hello everybody. Hello. Let's talk about rabbits for 20 minutes or something like that. You know what I mean? I try to be very down to earth with all of you and very kind kind of talk the way I would with anyone that I talk to in my daily life who I don't curse around. I try not to curse with you guys just because I'm like, I don't know. I know that is bothersome for some people. I have some family where they don't like to hear that, so I'm kind of used to trying to keep the sailor mouth out of it. Whereas my daily life, I just go crazy. My spouse and I are just, we've been trying to cut down on it, but it's just more so, you know, you get frustrated about things, and it's been shown that it's better to curse. But getting back to the real point of this video, kissing sounds are a no. Role plays, especially girlfriend role plays, are a no. I might eventually do like a twin ASMR. I'm fine with doing like ear eating or cleaning or licking or anything like that. That makes sense to me because of the sounds, right? So it's not like it's just going to be something where I'm just, you know, like, how do I put this? When I eventually get the correct mic for it, it makes sense to be doing something where I am doing like an ear licking or ear cleaning, right? Or ear eating. It'll probably be ear eating overall, to be quite honest. So when that point comes, that makes sense. Lens licking does still make sense, right? Because it's more so about these sounds. I'm like very iffy on the even watching with the lens licking. It's something about it makes me very uncomfortable, but there is the whole thing about acting like you are food and that I'm eating you, where some people have done it that way, and to me it does not seem as creepy with that, but that might also be fetishy. See, again, this is the whole thing. Do you know being inflated is a fetish? That's weird. I don't get it, but as long as people do it consensually, I'm all for it. But if you're using my content non-consensually for that, that's the problem. If you're using anyone's content non-consensually for that reason, or you're getting off on the fact that's non-consensual, that's not good. And I hope that everybody that watches this video did watch the previous update where I talked about why I'm no longer doing requests and that there was some fetish mining and some information breaches going on. There's the Lily Whispers video, what's going on in the ASMR community. If you want to look it up and you haven't seen my previous video, she covers it much more in depth. I just talk about my personal experience in my video, so if you would like to watch her video, I highly recommend it. I highly recommend her as an ASMR artist. But I actually think that might cover all of the ASMR videos I wouldn't do, which is like kissing sounds or role plays that are just based around something amorous, correct? You know what I mean? Kissing sounds, anything like that. Actually, you know, I keep going back and forth, and I feel kind of creepy about lens licking still, so I guess that's probably a no on that as well. But I'm okay with like ear eating. I'm okay with lip gloss sounds. I'm okay with I have a lollipop ASMR that somebody had asked for. I'm eventually going to do it. But I just have to find, I am vegan and I also am very picky if it comes to any candy. So just because most of the stuff that I would want, I have to bulk order, so I'm trying to find the correct type of lollipop for the video that would sound good. I think his name was Michael. I'm pretty sure it was somebody named Michael that requested that. If you're still watching, that is still in the works. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure I made this video and let you guys know what I'm not comfortable with, what you can expect to see in the future. But yeah, I apologize if this was scrambly all over the place, but it's just more so I'm trying to make sure I get this information out there, that you guys know about it, that you're aware of it, and you know what to look forward to in the future. So to reiterate again at the end here, just in case with me going back and forth it got lost in translation, the only things that I'm not okay with is pretty much anything that would be considered amorous. So any lens licking, any kissing sounds, any role plays that are like girlfriend based or I'm gonna take care of you, anything with moaning, I know that's something. And also, I'm not comfortable at this point with doing radio static triggers or any radio related triggers, considering the comments that I got previous to this point. But anything along the lines of like eventually getting to like ear eating, anything like that, eating ASMR, lip gloss application, those things are fine, especially because I myself do listen to that type of ASMR and I enjoy it. But yeah, just want to make sure that you guys know that, and as always, I appreciate you. Thank you for making it this far in the video. Thank you for being here with me and being in general. I hope that you are doing so absolutely well out there, and you stay well, and you stay safe. And I hope you have an absolutely fantastic and wonderful and beautiful day, night, or whatever, whenever you're watching this video. And I will see you all